Highly experienced parkour coach, potentially a dubious speaker, maybe the dubious one.
This is counting out by 5 minutes.
On your marks. So, you get 5 minutes and you may begin.
Okay, so I'd like to apologise very quickly because I don't have enough time to speak about what I'd like to speak about. I think it's a lot more important than 5 minutes suggests. But I want to talk about the issue of women in parkour and specifically kind of, are they well represented enough? So not so much how they're represented, but just in terms of, I'm looking around, this is a lovely conference full of lots of intelligent people, hopefully lots of valuable things to say, and we're around about the 10% mark on the female front, so congratulations to the 10%, well done ladies. But boo to the rest of us, because that shows us how much work we've still got to do. And I know this is an issue that lots of people think about in their classes, and that people are taking measures, and I think we're making progress. Like compared to like 10 years ago, it's clear that there are more women in parkour at most levels, so that's really heartening to see. But before I talk a little bit more, I just want to kind of paint the picture of just how much further we've still got to come. So 10% mark people at the ADAPT conference, great, but not really great, that's just a start. The Parkour UK board, so there's probably 15 people, including directors, representatives for different countries, and we have 1 female director, so yay us. So that's about 6%, great, going down. Conference presenters, 1 out of 11, not phenomenal. The last ADAPT course I did, 12 people, there were sadly no female candidates on that course. But there is hope. I don't want to paint it just this bleak picture of it's all rubbish. So the Youth Academy class that we did last Friday, out of 103 students, we had 30 girls in the class, which is great, and it's still a little way to go. It's not, hey, we've hit 30%, this is a fantastic job done. But it means that we are getting more girls into parkour, certainly at some level. And I think that there's obviously a lot more we can do, and we need to be aware of it as we go forward, because we need to know, are we keeping women in parkour? Are they coming to try classes and being put off by the atmosphere? Are they coming to classes and enjoying classes but not getting out into sort of the wider parkour society? And that's almost a completely separate issue, because we're not always the role models for the wider parkour community. I'd like to think certainly all of us play our part and we do our bit, but we have a lot more influence on students within classes. And I don't really have an answer or even kind of a plan of how do we attack the issue of making the wider community feel more welcoming towards female students. I'd like to quickly sing the praises of a few sort of groups that are doing outstanding work in sort of getting more women involved in parkour. So that we have, Dan, you'll know the dates for the London Girls Gathering. Would you like to just say the dates quickly?
The 4th of May, he looks at Chau and hopes he's right.
Oh, she went to
Okay.
The 4th, first weekend.
We sent the woman to go and get the food. Did we really do that? With Blane, okay, that's fine.
The women.
Right, yeah. Stop it. Okay, but so there are more events, and there's a brilliant one in Copenhagen. There's a Girls Gathering once a year now.
Yeah.
And in Sweden, I know at the end of August, and it's good to see how it's developed. Originally it was just a girls gathering, just for female students, and now there are women-only components to the weekend, but male practitioners are welcome to go along as well. They have separate activities on the first day and then group training on the second day. And again, I don't know the answers on what is most welcoming or what is the best route forward. But for me, I think providing opportunities for women in parkour, but also integrating it as much as possible, I think is really going to be sort of a huge part of the future. And just to give the average male parkour practitioner a chance to train with lots of women, because within classes, hopefully all of us have an experience of either coaching women, coaching with women, or just being in a class with female students. But a lot of the people that are out there doing backflips or stuff just don't have that experience. Either
30
women,
seconds.
Cool. Women are not coming to that environment, and that's something I really think we need to kind of look at and try and devise ways of encouraging women and making that environment feel welcome. That's going to be through our behaviour, through more events like this, through awareness, through outreach things. And the last thing to think about is, do we need to try and, is it a grassroots up approach? Do we need to get more women in at the base level, then more adapt level 1 coaches, level 2 coaches, board representatives?
And you're done!
You talk for the first 10 seconds.
Sit down. But